YouTube, welcome to my channel, Bella, and today I'm going to be reviewing Doctor Who, episode 6 of series 12, Praxeus. Okay, first point of order, microplastics. Yes, we are all ingesting and poisoning microplastics, just pointing that out, that is factually correct. Another point of order is Alfred Hitchcock references throughout the episode to the birds. Just pointing that out. Oh, and my third point of order is bird flu and viruses. So, yes, this episode was one of a great episode purely because we went to lots of different locations on Earth. So we were not just stuck in a quarry in Wales. Doctor Who has broken the quarry ceiling. Woohoo! The new heights of visiting beaches. Every beach that happens to be sunny. So we went all around the world, in various places. From Hong Kong, did you notice the Chinese New Year lanterns? Because I did. Just pointing that out. Thought that might be useful, helpful in some point in time and space. I really like the fact that they've got this companion system now. So you've got the Doctor, you've got her main companions, and you get these secondary companions who do the traditional companion role of, ooh, where are we, Doctor? What is this? Oh my goodness, how can it be bigger on the inside? So the primary companions are freed up to be more useful. So they get sent on solo missions now, which is something they never used to do. Yes, it was an LGBT episode. Big whoop, 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 whoop for that. Whoop, note my whoopage over. And also the saving is also good. Spoiler warning, saving of life. That's a new thing because in old school Doctor Who, he would have died an honourable death. And also because the Doctor is a romantic. Cough, 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 river song. Let's move on quickly. Cough, cough, cough. Saving of husband / wife. Whilst honouring wife whilst in a woman's body. Cough, cough, Doctor. Anyway, moving swiftly on from that. It's interesting the development of Yaz as a character. She pretty much is turning into a miniature version of the Doctor herself, with her exploring new things and going, oh, I thought I discovered a new planet. Oh, it was just a plastic container for the alien spaceship. I really like the disease. It looked like a load of teeth building up all over. Kind of gave me like tocrophobia, which is the fear of holes. Have you ever seen those photos of like people with holes in them? Oh, it was a thing online at one point. I remember it, but those teeth were very, very similar, only they weren't holes. They just... Anyway, I found that quite creepy. Interesting use of breathing apparatus in Doctor Who. Are you my mummy? Yes, reference to that. There's lots of references throughout. I enjoyed the episode. It was a little convoluted with science talk, but it's good that we're actually getting back to science fiction babble. I know, I said science fiction twice there. I don't think it was necessary. Technobabble has made a return in Doctor Who. Yes, we will discuss pathogens, which are microorganisms, which could be a virus or a bacteria, which is what bird flu is, or SARS, or whatever the current virus is that's whipping around China at the moment. But let us be clear on that. 2 points. One, it's attacking people who are elderly or with a current respiratory problem. So those with asthma or those with a cold are more likely to get it. Second, it's also attacking young people, which is basically children under the age of 8 because they have weaker immune systems. It's not a class. It's people are umming and ahhing whether it's going to be a global pandemic. It could be, but let's not lose our heads over this one. I think it is perfectly containable like SARS and bird flu, which I'm sure this episode is basically based off the whole bird flu thing. It's just unfortunate that at this moment in time, 1, we are facing a plastic problem, 2, we're facing a microplastic problem, and 3, China has currently got another version of bird flu or SARS or whatever it currently is, and I've completely forgotten because I was too busy focusing on reviewing this episode. I'm terribly sorry. I'm sure people in the comments will correct me on what the name of the current virus that has started in China and may or may not be infecting people around the world. There have been cases in a variety of countries, but let's not lose our heads. I'm sure it's perfectly containable. It's not like Ebola, because that would be far, far worse, people. Far, far worse. And more people die of the flu every year as well. Just putting that out there. And it's very early in the year, because we're only in February. Anyway, moving swiftly on, like the UK is trying to move swiftly on from Brexit, even though we're currently in a transition year and still have over 173 treaties to sort out with EU countries. But moving on quickly before we get stuck down that rabbit hole, which we're not going to, back to this excellent episode where we visited Hong Kong, Madagascar and several other places, because it was bang, bang, bang with space travel, people, and actual travel. I'm liking the fact we had two girls at the beginning with their travel vlog. I thought that was quite good. We had a travel vlog warning, like safety warning thing. I liked that. I like the fact that we also had a British astronaut. Shame it couldn't have been Tim Peake. But we had a reference to that in the character of Adam. It was interesting that we have a lot of policemen on sabbaticals. I'm currently worried about the mental health of our police force because I don't think that's being taken into consideration. That could also be a point of the episode. What is interesting is Ryan, yes, has got dyspraxic traits, but also I felt that the way he was written didn't make him seem stupid. His questions were actually useful and enabled the Doctor to explain things to him, even though he kind of got lost, which was a bit sad that nobody sort of broke things down into a more scientific way for him. Or maybe perhaps the Doctor could have given him an infograph in a visual, like a visual chart to explain it and be like, oh, okay, cool. Then it would have recognised different learning styles, which probably would have been better. Anyway, moving on, I also was a bit confused about why they used that lab when they could have just used the TARDIS. But I'm sure Suki's lab was awesome and very, very well equipped and suitable, but also it was alien. So, I mean, in olden day Doctor Who, in classic Doctor Who, they would have just stayed in the TARDIS. And yes, the TARDIS was being used as a laboratory as well, so that argument sort of fell on its face. But that was just one sort of query point that I wanted to point out. Graham, yeah, he's always comforting grieving people or people who are having relationship problems. It's like Graham's become the relationship guru because the Doctor daren't speak about it because, oh goodness, the horrors of River Song, she's not quite over that, or he. Anyway, moving on from that gender mess that could or could not be. I feel that sometimes I think that Jodie Whittaker's 13th Doctor is getting an easy ride because she's got so many companions that she doesn't actually have to face anything unless it's Gallifrey / Master or O related, that they're sort of saving her emotions. She's not getting emotionally involved with the humans, with the secondary companion humans. She's emotionally involved with Graham, Yaz and Ryan, but that's as far as it's going to go. Unless it's sort of like the whole of humanity is sort of dying, then she'll obviously step in and be compassionate, as she normally is. But you do feel that she is somewhat detached. And I'm sure that will become further. I'm sure that point will become an important point as we go on, and that'll get more explained. And yes, the Doctor is an alien, if we have to reference the 6th Doctor with Colin Baker for that, to get that point across. It's not going to be like 10 or 11 who were very, very much emotionally invested. And I think that's a problem, because once you get used to a certain way of being, people assume that the Doctor is always going to be emotionally invested in the companions. And this time it's sort of like the 13th Doctor is training Yaz up to be an excellent police / investigator / space travelling woman. Yes, moving swiftly on. And Ryan's like the backup support. And Graham's like, I am the wise old man. I will give you relationship advice when it's just too much and the Doctor can't face talking about Cough Cough River Song. It was nice that that was mentioned. Yes, we got a gay kiss. Big whoop. It's Doctor Who. Doctor Who has a lot of LGBT fans, as I'm sure everybody is aware. Overall, I liked the episode. I'm going to give it a nice 4.5 score out of 5. I enjoyed it. I thought it was nicely well contained, actually, and it didn't leave you hanging. It had a lovely monologue to begin with the Doctor, and it had a lovely monologue at the end. It was a nice self-contained episode, and I love the fact that we could be seeing those 3 new secondary companions again, and that will be excellent, I think. I really, really am looking forward to seeing them again. I think that will be really, really cool. And yes, I think that's setting something up very nicely for the final, because we're only 4 episodes away. We've got 7, 8, 9, 10, and then we're done. And I'm guessing the Cybermen will be in 10 and 9, so that leaves 7 and 8 to be individual episodes. Woo! Excitement. And we still have the issues that were raised in episode 5. Cough, cough. Who is Ruth? Well, we know who Ruth is, but where does she fit? Just where? Anyway, please let me know your comments and thoughts about this episode of Doctor Who. Please like, comment and subscribe. And don't forget to click the little notification bell. Ding, 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 ding. For current videos. And thank you for the support. Channel's growing very, very well. Thank you so much. I couldn't do what I do without my loyal subscribers and also random Doctor Whovian fans. Bye-bye.